It has been 13 years since Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was released, and I don't think we've seen anything quite like it since. One of my favorites, this film has garnered a devoted fanbase and critical acclaim since its release in the summer of 2010. Directed by Edgar Wright, this film follows Scott Pilgrim, played by Michael Cera, as he battles his way through a series of increasingly formidable foes in order to win the love of the mystical Ramona Flowers. Along the way, he encounters a colorful cast of characters and must confront his own personal flaws to better understand who he is and what he wants. The film is a thrilling and emotionally resonant blend of action, comedy, and romance. As an 11-year-old who loved movies and video games, I was convinced that this was a masterpiece. And as I've been diving deeper into the world of filmmaking, now a 23-year-old who still loves movies and video games, I feel the same way. Man, I remember seeing this movie and thinking, being 23 is gonna be so cool.
So alone.
One of the standout elements of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is its unique and compelling visual style. The film is full of creative camera angles and shot compositions that help to create a sense of energy and excitement. To me, one of the most important aspects of filmmaking is deciding how you use these to tell your story. Edgar Wright has done a masterful job at establishing this film's theme while steadily delivering key plot points with the support of transitions. I think a lot of filmmakers can take for granted the importance of transitions and how effective they can be at improving a film's overall design and cinematography.
Oh hey, it's tonight! At the...
Edgar Wright has proven to be very proficient here by displaying a series of extremely creative and well-timed transitions that force the viewer deeper and deeper into the Scott Pilgrim universe. Pretty rad.
Hello there. Remember me?
Wait a minute. Remember. Scott Pilgrim is a great example of what strong character development can look like in a film, as it successfully fleshes out a diverse ensemble of memorable characters, each possessing their own unique personalities and motivations. The relationships between these characters are handled with a healthy blend of heart and humor that helps ground the film so the viewer can remain connected. This solid foundation for a compelling cast is one of the many reasons why Scott Pilgrim vs. the World has such a reliable and enduring fan base today. And the music fucking rocks.
Sounds like someone wants to get funky.
A mix of original and licensed tracks, Nigel Godrich has curated a fantastic soundtrack that effortlessly punctuates key moments of the narrative. In doing so, he's also allowed Edgar Wright to creatively blend between different genres and pull inspiration from its comic book source material. This is all also supported by consistent attention to detail and the use of expectation subversion. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World has found a very unique way to present seemingly straightforward challenges and obstacles, only to have them turned on their head, visualizing how Scott himself is processing this extremely formative time in his life. I'm gonna go eat due to boredom. Oh yeah, there's a shit ton of VFX in this movie. Filling the screen with vibrant graphics and stylized animations, adding to the video game aesthetic of the world, these graphics are used to great effect in the film's action scenes, enforcing fast-paced and exhilarating combat, while also bringing its unique characters to life. In addition to the expert-level compositing, VFX supervisor Fraser Churchill also makes use of practical effects to support some complicated shots through the use of on-set lighting cues and physical props. I also really enjoy how these effects are incorporated into the rest of the film. They're used to create a sense of nostalgia and excitement throughout, but instead of diminishing the audience's immersion, they enhance it. My uke. I really appreciate you watching this breakdown of why I think Scott Pilgrim vs. the World showcases some amazing filmmaking techniques. From its vibrant visual style and creative use of music to its well-developed characters and personal storytelling, there's a lot to love about this film, and I think that it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. It deals with some emotionally heavy topics, but also never shies away from making fun of itself. And the more I've grown in my 20s, the more this film has begun to feel like a mirror. Some days can be extremely fun and may feel out of this world. And some can really suck. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a movie that isn't afraid to be just that, a movie. A movie that instantly reminds me of what it feels like to experience films as a kid, to expect the unexpected, and to enjoy instead of hate. So yeah, thanks for watching, or whatever.